Alright, welcome viewers. This is episode 85 of my Let's Play War in the East. This is the Grand Campaign and I am playing as the Soviets, and I am begging, hoping, praying that my microphone works this time. And I've checked all my settings and I hope everything does work. I mentioned on the previous video that nobody would have ever heard because my narration wasn't recorded. I had to go into the registry edit function and edit my registry to get my microphone to work. For some reason, there's some kind of service host exe file that gobbles up all the resources. So if you have whatever process that is going, it just automatically turns the microphone off. And I don't know exactly why or how. It just seems like some kind of fun Christmas present from Microsoft a little early. And why you have to go through so much trouble to fix it is beyond me. But after having my issues, I went on the internet and looked and looked and looked, and finally came to a website that actually had an answer for me. And what I ended up having to do is to go into the task manager, track down the process, then track down the SVC host, and it was just the first fix I found didn't work. It had me doing task kill on PIDs, which I guess is process IDs, and I knew which processes were being used, and I would kill that task and a new one would pop up. And what it is it would say SVC host dash Gilmer, and they said that was the process that was killing my microphone. And so I had to figure out what process or what task was using that exe file, and then I had to track it down in the registry and edit two or three files. And after I did that, everything was fine, or I hope everything is fine. I do know that when I look at my microphone now, the microphone doesn't show muted after a few seconds as it was doing. When I log in, the microphone is at the same settings that I had it on the previous evening or the previous time I logged into the computer. So I do believe that we are done with that crap. And I have been doing several turns on the episodes that I didn't get to narrate, and so we're kind of a little further on than I would have hoped, just because I did 3 videos that showed me doing a bunch of stuff, and I'm sure if I were you, I wouldn't have watched it. So if you watched it, each one of them fully through, or even one of them fully through, my hats are off to you. My hat is off to you, because I certainly probably wouldn't have done it. I don't like videos without any narration, and sometimes the narration is pretty bad, which mine probably are pretty bad, but at least it's better than just blank silence, or not silence, but the game noises or the game sounds are coming through, but nothing else, and somebody's just sitting there clicking constantly, and you have no clue what the hell they're doing because they're not talking about it, because I guess they don't want to talk, or they don't have the ability or a microphone that they could use. But anyway, in my last episode, I was advancing pretty far in this little area right here, and I'm really pretty happy about the way this is going. Now, they're still getting some of my units to route, and that's just one of those things. I think that's going to happen forever. All I know is that I have, the last turn I made one of their motorized divisions surrender, and I don't remember the name or the number. It was like the 22nd motorized division or something like that, and it was just one. And I have some others that are other units that are cut off, but I haven't been able to make them either surrender or actually do anything. Well, this one I actually could try. And 20,000 to 15,000, they're not going to do anything. Oh, what about this guy? No, it's just one unit. Why is it just one unit? I have a 7 there, and I have 7 movement points and 13 movement points here. And that's 7. It's the 209th Rifle Division. He's attacking, but for some reason that tank corps is not attacking, and this tank corps is not attacking. Is it because they're on refit? This guy's ready. River northeast, southeast. No, just northeast. So I don't understand that one. Yeah, this guy's not going to do anything either. So let's just move these. Well, I don't want to move the whole thing. Actually, I can't move any of them. Well, I can move some of them. Next turn we'll have. Well, we might be able to do this. Uh, 3,000 men. Yeah, attacking with 3,000 men. That's really going to do it. And then I have this unit cut off as well. Which unit is he most likely to attack and gain traction? Maybe this one. And then we'll move this guy here. I'm hoping to get them to surrender next turn. And if I move there's no way it will hold. What I should be probably doing is this, moving them back a little bit so that they don't get cut off. What's the weather going to look like next turn? Clear. One of these days, I keep saying it, I said it for 3 straight episodes that of course the narration didn't pick up on it, but one of these days I'm going to have poor weather coming up, and I do believe that a lot of these units that have hung themselves out here are going to be in a lot of trouble. They're not going to do very well supply-wise, getting supply over rivers, getting supply through swamplands. It's just not going to work out very well for them. And I think what you're going to find is that a lot of them are in a shitload of trouble. Now this is I got to be very careful what I do here, because I need to get this open. I can't get there. I really probably should be moving some of these back. And then we will who knows what we'll do. Hopefully we'll do something intelligent, because I don't necessarily know that I've been doing too many intelligent things on this whole. Yeah, maybe. No, indeed. I'm not. No. Okay. See, these units are so tantalizingly close to being cut off, but if I do it, if I try it, I'm probably going to regret it. That's it. Push them bitches back. Make them pay for attacking the motherland. Did I ask it why, and was it ever answered if I did ask it? Why the Soviets call it the motherland and the Germans call theirs the fatherland? Seems a little incongruous. I guess maybe it has something to do with one being in a Germanic culture and the other one being a Slavic culture. I am not believing that, but it did happen, so everything's down to 0, so maybe next turn I will push them completely out of the way. That guy should retreat, and he does. So see how it looks to me, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks to me like they're shuffling units back and forth, trying to plug up holes as needed, because for a long time, or for 2 or 3 turns, there weren't any units up here, and now they've got some strong units. I mean, they had some units, but they didn't have very many strong units up here. Now they got a 10, a stack that has an 8 and a 7, a 2 and a 7, and then a 9, one unit that's a 9. And it just seems to me like they're freaking out. If they were humans, it seems like they would be freaking out and rushing units around, trying to get them into spots where they don't have any units. And so right now, the place where the units are sparse is this area. And so if I start moving a bunch of these guys forward, and of course I can't attack him with anything. Well, I was able to attack him with that. But if I start moving these guys, what happened? What just happened? Oh well. What is this? 50th, 33rd. Let's move this into the 50th. And then we will make them a core. And none of these have any units that can attack. So have I done everything I can do down here? Because look at this. These guys are... these are the closest, maybe this one, that these are getting supply from. The railhead that these are getting supply from. So they're getting supply over land pretty far. So it's just something to keep in mind when bad weather hits, and that is available to me in the sense of I'm able to start really taking it to some of these units that don't have enough supply. And I can't believe that unit held, but what are you gonna do? So look at that. Oh, I know what that is. See, I talked about this in one of my episodes, that no sound was able to be heard. These guys all were 8s, 3 8s, sitting down here doing nothing. So I got them up here, and I thought, I'll make them into a core. So I put them all in the 66th, and they wouldn't build up into a corps. I don't know why I can't have a Mountain Division corps, but they're all very strong. So what I want to do, should I move them up? Let's see if we can't move this unit out. We should be able to. 132,000 to 11,000. Oh, we routed them. Nice. Nicely done. So now this HQ is available. Another thing that I did that you couldn't hear because it wasn't recording my voice was one of these areas, and I can't remember which. It might have been down here. We captured a lot of supply and a lot of ammunition because they had a lot of their HQs hanging out there. And then we just took that guy. I'm going to, yeah, I am going to do it. He's gonna hold, you bastard. He's in reserve. Good. Good, good, good. We'll put him there and put him in reserve. We'll bring him up. He's a nice, strong little unit. And put him in reserve. Oops. There we go. And I've really done a lot of my movement on these down here. I really don't have much left to do. As you can see, I've kind of pushed forward. They did in this area route a couple of units, but down in this area they pretty much had nothing. I've moved from, this was where my lines were set up. It's basically along this river. I've moved from that river all the way out to here, and of course, you know, I've run into some of their units here, but I don't think they have enough number of units to counterattack or do anything to me to keep me from moving and pushing forward, which is nice. I really like it. Oh crap, the very strong one has 0 movement points. Another thing I talked about, and you didn't hear me talking about it, but I was talking about this. And what happened was we had some units upgrade their tanks. That's interesting. That sounds almost, a PaK 40 sounds almost like a German. So I don't know. But I did have some units upgrade their tanks. And I don't see anything right here, but what I did was I came to here and sorted and came down to the fourth something. I thought it was the fourth. Guards Rifle, Guards Tank Brigade. Let's take a look at it. Okay. So this is the KV-1S M1942. It upgraded from a KV-1, I believe, but if you look at it, the front armor's 100, side armor's 66, and the top armor's 36, but it goes at 26 knots. Now, if I go to, where's the fourth? Maybe this is it. The 4th Guards Army. No, that's not what I was looking for. It was the 4th. Maybe it was this. Well, that's what I just looked at. So let's look at this. That's right. Okay. The 4th Tank Brigade and the 4th Tank Corps. So let's take a look at this. Okay, I think this is what it upgraded from. The KV-1S, as you can see, the KV-1S M1942, which is the one we previously talked about, had an armor of 100, 66, and 36, but it had a speed of 26. So you would think this is an upgrade from the KV-1S, but this tank upgrades to a KV-1S M1942. So let's go back and look at the KVS 142 or whatever we called it, the KVS M1942. Okay, here you go. 166 and 36, but it has a speed of 26. You have to go through the KV-1S M1942 to get to the IS-2 M1943. And that IS-2 is better than the KV-1S or the KV-1. So it looks kind of like when you go from the KV-1 to the KV-1S, you're going down in quality, but to get to the better quality, better than both of them, you have to go through this tank to get to the IS-2, which is pretty interesting, I think. I mean, it's once I start getting that IS-2, oh man, I'll be loving that. So that's, to me, I think that's kind of interesting, but you never know. Some people might go, why the hell you tell me that shit? And you know, others might be going, man, that's interesting, really very interesting. You just never can tell. To hell with you. I got 46 admin points. I know there's somebody I could build into a... I know. What the hell? I didn't... What the hell, man? What the hell? It's a rifle division, Now I gotta find one more rifle division. I guess I did do that. I don't know that I can find another rifle division. Wait a minute. Got it. So, this guy's on Stavka. 3rd Shock Army. Where's the 3rd Shock Army? Okay. Let's go to the 22nd Army. Let's go to the 23rd Army. That's the closest. And then we will... Where the hell is it? Okay. And there you go. That is exactly what I was hoping for. Although, I don't really know where I want to put these headquarters. Oh, shit. Oh, well. There's really no place to put them. I mean, not really. If they're trying to connect these two, that's not going to last too long. I'm just going to let them know. Because this guy's almost ready to be shot out of the water anyway. that will do. So, oh crap. Well, if they're attacked, they'll rout, but they might rout, but they won't surrender this turn, which is good. I know there are plenty of other things to be doing to attack or to move or to do something. I just gotta find them. Here's the 3 divisions. 51st. Let's see. The 2nd Guards Army is all full up. So the 51st is pretty close to being full up. And the 46th is about to be full too. But the 6th Army they're going to be one above on the 6th Army unless shit. I screwed myself there. I changed that to the 66th Army and I had 20 points, which was a screw up. And then when I changed it to the 6th Army, I went to 19 admin points. Huge screw up there. Why can't he move back? Oh, because one of them's I can. You know you want to move back. Oh well. That, my friends, is that. Here's another good attack I can do. Although they held. I don't know how in the hell they held, but they did. I know they're going to hold. That's 45,000 men. That's a nice helping of them. Okay. One of these has a 17. Now why can't I get to that? Because I'm crossing the river twice, I guess. Okay. I'll live with that. Every time I process an AI turn, though, I keep thinking I'll be able to get these, like these units or these other units or whatever, and every time it's like I just don't quite have enough to get them. So hopefully next episode when I process an AI turn, I'll be able to do what I'm hoping I can do. Let's move these guys back, because look what they were surrounded by. Jeez, they were in big deep trouble. Let's see what that Yeah, hey, we moved them. We will. Alright folks, that's the end of this video, but if you stuck with me through the videos that had no narration, thank you very much. The narration is back. Thanks a lot. I will see you next time.